Hello there. My name is Boo Newell. I'm a professional psychic medium. That's my name, Boo. I've been called Boo since I was a 3-day-old baby. And as you can see, I have had that name for quite a few years. All right. The thing is, who would have known when I was named Boo at 3 days old, as a 3-day-old baby, that I would grow up to be a professional psychic medium? That's what I do for a living. And when people learn what I do for a living, let me back up. A medium is an individual that is able to speak to spirits, move into the other realms, talk to ghosts, talk to spirits that have moved on. Um, and so when people learn of what I do, they want to know, hey, I'd like to find some ghosts. I'd like to find out about it. Maybe get some shots, do some investigations. Ooh, paranormal investigation. All right. Well, the thing is, they always ask me, where's a good cemetery? How do I know what to look for in a cemetery to find paranormal activity? I tell them immediately, not just any cemetery is going to do. Of course, people say, well, sure, I don't know about that. A cemetery is a city of the dead. Ghosts, ghosts, ghosts everywhere. And I'll say, no, disabuse that notion right now, because who wants to go to a cemetery that's empty of activity? You don't realize it, but you've just picked out one without knowing the two characteristics to look for in a good cemetery for the activity. All right? If you don't know this, you're going to be sitting there in the dark, taking shots of the moon, uh, recording cricket sounds, if you will. Yes, you're picking up the evidence of the natural world around you, and I guarantee part of that evidence is going to be the massive swarms of mosquitoes around you, but that's not paranormal activity. All right? The two things you want to look for that you've got in a cemetery is, what is a human activity that occurred on the grounds of the cemetery and in the surrounding area? You want to find an area, a cemetery that had trauma, drama, human activity that was very traumatic and so on. Because after all, ghosts are actually spirits that when they left the body, they had that issue. Oh my gosh, am I dead? They've got an issue. They get stuck, or rather they trap themselves in the ghost realm. All right? I'm sitting here now in an old cemetery. It's beautiful. It's the old Chestnut Street Cemetery in Apalachicola Bay, Florida. All right. The thing is, this cemetery, I'm using it as an example, has gone through a lot of periods of American history. In this cemetery are buried victims of the yellow fever that swept up and down the Gulf Coast of Florida, wiping out whole towns. Okay, so you've got yellow fever in the 1800s. You had the Civil War touch this area with the Union occupation in 1861. You had shipwrecks. There were even smugglers. Even in the 1900s, there were individuals buried in here that were involved in the smuggling trade of rum runners. You know, when the United States outlawed liquor, you're not going to keep liquor from the people. So these smugglers had their rum running operations, their stills and everything out in the swamps. Could be pretty violent when the federal authorities, they'd get to, there would be a fight or something. I mean, it was like gangster activity. Oh my gosh, trust me, the cemetery's got it all as far as that goes. Restless spirits. The second thing you want to look for in a cemetery, all right, sources of energy. Now, most cemeteries that you see nowadays, modern cemeteries, they don't have much landscaping. Let me back up. Let me apologize. Let me back up. Ghosts do not have a way to make their own energy. They cannot keep recharging. They're existing at a very low frequency of energy. All right? If the spirit is still in the physical body, they're able to manufacture their energy, keep manufacturing by their biochemical processes and so on. The different body processes. Boom, 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 energy, energy, energy. If the spirit has moved on to heaven, nirvana, whatever you want to call the other side, the other realms, okay, where spirits go, unlimited energy because you're there with the source of it all. Ghost, when they trap themselves in the ghost realm, that in-between realm, it's a very cold, gray realm, all right? The thing is, there is no way to manufacture energy. It's like a void. Where are they going to get energy? Well, they've got to take it from one of two sources or both. They'll use either one. The first source is inorganic. Take it from anything non-living, electronics, computers, and so on. I tell clients, I say, do not keep ghosts in the house. When I have clients that want me to do a clearing or something, or they're saying, well, I don't know, I'm okay. I said, no, you don't need to keep ghosts in the house. They're not doing it to be mean, but they need the energy. They will literally walk over to the computer, they'll sap it, take energy. I've had clients tell me, my gosh, the ghost blew the hard drive. So that's the organic, non-living. They'll also take it from anything organic, meaning living. Animals, plants, trees, water, you, humans, the very air around them. That's what you want to look for in a cemetery. Most cemeteries, you want to look for sources of energy. Now, most cemeteries they're beautiful in their way. Okay, I've rarely seen an ugly cemetery. I love cemeteries. Let's just get that straight right now. All right. But most cemeteries have been kind of modernized. A lot of the landscaping has been cut down. There's no landscape as far as trees, bushes, whatever. Yes, they've got the little nice headstones and the artificial flowers at each one of the graves. But if you're an energy hungry ghost, what energy are you going to get from a plastic flower? Look at this cemetery. Yes, look at this cemetery right now with all the trees around. I mean, look at these old trees. I mean, there are bushes, shrubs. These trees in this old cemetery, Chestnut Cemetery, a lot of them are over 100 years old, these old live oaks and so on, the palms. Oh my gosh, great sources of energy. So this is the other thing, the second thing you need to look for that special cemetery loaded with paranormal activity, the ghosts have to have something to feed on. So those two things are look for the human activity, the drama, trauma that humans went through, okay, that created those issues that caused some of them to trap themselves in the ghost realm, unresolved issues. Number two, look for sources of energy in the cemetery. Thank you. Oh, by the way, tune into my channel. The next episode is going to be the 6 things that you need to know and do before you go on a paranormal investigation. And thank you, everybody. I love you. God bless.